Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Bhoomika Singh of class 11A, is going to showcase my views on sustainable living. So, let's start. What is sustainable living? Sustainable living describes a lifestyle that attempts to reduce an individual's or society's use of the earth's natural resources and one's personal resources. It is often called as Earth's harmony living or net zero living. Now, what is the need to live a sustainable life? Sustainable living ensures future generations a habitable world that they can enjoy. It gives kids and future generation a good environment to live in. Sustainable living helps the young to understand that Mother Nature is the key to their future. What is the importance of sustainable living? A sustainable lifestyle takes into account eating, transportation, socialization, energy use, water disposal, and more. Simply, being sustainable is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Now, how can we live a sustainable life? We can live a sustainable life through technology, innovation, design, development, planning, and knowledge. Let's start with appropriate technology for sustainable living. We are stuck with technology when what we really want is just stuff that works. Well said, Douglas Adams. So, what is appropriate technology? Appropriate technology or AT refers to technologies that are adaptable to local needs, acceptable to users, and made using locally available materials with the aim to improve the living and livelihoods of people in resource constrained environments. Appropriate technology is used to address wide range of issues. There are many more ways like ecosystem management, responsible consumption, sustainable habit development, management of human wildlife conflict, harnessing renewable energy, achieving energy efficiency, etc., which comes under the domain of appropriate technology. And now we'll discuss about ecosystem management. What is ecosystem management? It is a process that aims to conserve major ecological services and restore natural resources while meeting the socio-economic, political, and cultural needs of current and future generations. Ecosystem based production. We define ecosystem based adaptation or production in agricultural system as agricultural management practices which use or take advantage of biodiversity or ecosystem services or processes to help increase the ability of crops or livestock to adapt to climate change and variability. And more. Responsible consumption. Responsible or sustainable consumption is the use of material products, energy, and immaterial services in such a way that their use minimizes impacts on the environment so that human needs can be met not only in the present but also for future generations. Sustainable habitat development. It is an ecosystem that produces food and shelter for people and other organisms without resource depletion in such a way that no external waste is produced. Thus, the habitat that continue into future time without external infusions of resources. Management of human wildlife conflict. Human wildlife conflict occurs when animals pose a direct and recurring threat to the livelihood or safety of people, leading to the persecution of that species. Now we'll discuss about social innovation for sustainable living. The betterment of society is not a job to be left to a few, it's a responsibility to be shared by all. Well said, David Packard. Social innovations. For security of living, livelihoods, social inclusion, eradicating poverty, promotion of eco-sanitation, climate change adoption, resilience development, social institution reframing, responsible consumption and management, social entrepreneurship. And these all aspects come into the domain of social innovation. What is social innovation? Social innovations are new social practices that aim to meet social needs in a better way than the existing solutions, resulting from working conditions, education, community development, or health. These ideas are created with the goal of extending and strengthening civil society. Now we'll discuss about design, development, modeling and planning. Modeling. What is modeling? Modeling is a systematic approach and projected representation of a system, phenomenon or situation through equation, graph, map and visuals. And design. Design is an approach to give a shape, structure of an object, tool, gears, assets to enhance, strengthen its functional efficiency, easy to handle, use, manage, minimize the use of material and energy, labor costs along with aesthetic values. Different principles of mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, etc., along with element of art are used for designing any object or article. Planning. What is planning? Planning is a systematically arranged, organized action for effective implementation strategy towards achieving a particular goal. Carrying capacity and threshold limits. The carrying capacity of an environment is the maximum population size of a biological species that can be sustained in that specific environment, given the food, habitat, water, and other resources available. In population ecology, carrying capacity is defined as the environment. Should it find itself above that threshold, the population typically decreases. Sustainable production transportation system. It also comes under the domain of system planning and development. Sustainable production is the creation of goods and services using processes and systems that are non-polluting. Moreover, energy system, natural resources management, farming system design, climate change resilience and adaptation, pollution monitoring and impact assessment also comes under the domain of designing. Traditional knowledge and system for sustainable living. Traditional knowledge and system is the awareness, experience, expertise, knowledge, and application that are established, continued, performed, and passed on from generation to generation within a region or community, often forming a part of its culture, social, and spiritual identity. What is the importance of traditional knowledge? The transmission of traditional knowledge across generations is fundamental to protecting and promoting indigenous peoples' culture and identities, as well as the sustainability of livelihood, resilience to human made and natural disaster, and sustaining culturally appropriate economic development. Social inclusion and conservation, optimization of resources comes under the domain of it. So, at last, I would like to conclude that sustainable living is a must known lifestyle and a must followed lifestyle for the ease of living for the present as well